Steelers, baby.
Go Steelers.
Should we do a sports corner?
Dan Harmon Sports Corner. This is Dan Harmon Sports Corner. He knows all about sports. He's got a Pittsburgh Steelers toque on his hat. He's about to tell you about the Steelers' chances in the big game tomorrow. Dan, what do you think about the Steelers this season?
Jeff, if I've said it again, I'll say it 1,000 times. Yardage, yardage, yardage.
All right.
You've got Quintro on the tight end, and he's doing great, but he needs to be paired with Hodgkins.
What do you think that we talk about tight ends versus this. What do you think the role of the tight end really is in an offense?
Well, first and foremost, people don't agree with this. I won't win me any popularity contest. He's got to back up the linebacker. He's got to be there for him, and he's got to keep icing his knee. And he's got to be there to receive. If the receiver fails, then the tight end has to back up the linebacker. When the quarterback throws those missiles, as I call them, especially with the Steelers, you got Hodgkins on quarterbacker. You got either you're icing your knee or you're catching that ball.
What's your opinion about the Steelers' secondary?
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of trumped up stuff. I think it's ruined the game for the fans.
You think there should be no secondary?
I don't think. I think it's a myth. I think. Look, we're familiar with the first quarter in football. We love the third quarter. But there's 4 quarters to a game. Why do you need to say secondary? It's stupid. It's a foregone conclusion. So break it into 2 halves.
Okay. So who do you like? Who do you like between the Falcons and the 49ers?
Schmitty,
okay.
Stompley.
Now, the game was played today, so what do you take away from the Falcons?
Again,
and the 49ers?
I hate to sound like a broken record. Yardage,
Yeah.
It's like you gotta keep that ball moving down the field.
Who did you favor going into tonight's game?
Tonight, at the top of the game, I would have told you Scrimfrop.
The team. Falcons or Niners.
I thought under Scrimfrop's leadership, as a coach, that they would have gone against the 49ers and taken away the golden pig.
You had the Falcons favored going in.
The Falcons? What?
Yeah, Falcons and Niners.
Definitely Niners.
You had them favored going into the game.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the outcome?
Well, I think the Steelers did poorly.
Yeah, they certainly did. They proved that games ago.
Yeah. Anyways, Jeff, it's just people put too much emphasis.
Dan Harmon, Game Corner. Sports Corner.
Let's do also the state famous for its basketball sports corner.
Sports Corner.
Hey everybody, it's that time again for Dan Harmon Sports Corner. He knows about sports. He knows you like sports. We're gonna talk about sports.
Boy, the Hoosiers, Jeff,
Yeah.
really out there dribbling the sphere. They got taking it basket to basket. It's been a great quarterly season.
Do you feel that Gene Hackman's coming down too hard on the team?
Hackman's always been an offensive coach. In a time of defense, there are times when you got to go defense in the fiscal quarter.
Which of the 4 quarters is the most fiscal?
Certainly you got the winter conference, you got the spring conference, and you got the pumpkin bowl. But Hackman obviously is going to be able to push that ball closer to the net. We're talking again about a game of yardage. In those fall months, that fall season, Jeff.
Right.
So the key is to handicap the players. You got to keep handicapping them.
How do you feel about the all this Notre Dame scandal?
Well, that was chickens coming home to roost. When you have a team poised with that kind of hubris, they're saying the things they're saying at the All-Stars, saying what they're saying at regionals, saying again, doubling down at All-Star regionals, like You've got a team that's got too much high game and not enough low game. They're taking too many 3-pointers, too many free agents, too much scrimmage, too much offense, Jeff. And it was going to crash. It was going to come tumbling down. They built a glass menagerie, Jeff.
Gotcha. And do you like the Pacers this year? What do you think?
They're good. They're looking good. They got to keep those knees iced. They got to keep. They got to keep everything. Their ducks in a row. Just keep focusing on the lines of scrimmage. Sports Corner. Alternate pitch. Sports Corner.
Hello, Denver, Colorado Sports Corner coming at you with your host, Dan Harmon. He loves sports, especially local teams. His knowledge of local sports teams and statistics will blow your mind. Brought to you by Fat Tire. Fat Tire beer, get you fucked up. That's it for Sports Corner. Thanks, everybody. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Hey, Dan.
Yeah, Jeff.
Denver, Colorado.
Holy shit! What a season.
Yeah, what a season. You said it was your first time at Mile High Stadium. What do you take away from that experience?
Oh God! You know, if there's ever been an altar to the grace that is America's favorite sport, it is Mile High Stadium. You can feel the fans there. You can feel that they're getting what they want, wanting what they get. You can sense, just even when the place is empty. I go down there with my daughter every fall, and I sit and I just take in. I tell her this is the stadium that God built for this sport and this sport alone.
Now, I don't mean to change sports, but what do you think is the most important role on the Colorado Rockies? The most important position on the Rockies?
Definitely the top position, like the
most significant player. And role, position.
Yeah, the highest one.
Yeah, I mean, the most significant on the field.
Tyler
Who plays
Perry.
Tyler who plays Perry.
Well, he'll be playing Perry next season, but Tyler is on top now.
I mean, do you think the Rockies can rebuild after last season?
I think the Rockies are in the downslide, but that can be a precursor to an upswing.
Right.
I believe that, as my grandpa used to say in Oklahoma back when we used to watch the Nuggets.
Uncle Homo?
Oklahoma?
I thought you called your grandpa Uncle Homo.
I'm from Wisconsin, Jeff, where grandpas are known as Uncle Homos. It's like a Mima or a Pop Pop. In Wisconsin, we called our grandpas Uncle Homos. I understand that's an offensive phrase, but hey.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, what sport do the Rockies play?
The America's favorite.
Which is?
But they play ball, man. They play ball. They play football.
No.
Basketball.
Yeah, you're right.
They play basketball. I know. What are you quizzing me? I'm the sports guy. Listen, those Nuggets got to get out there like front and center, or the Rockies are going to take it.
Are you saying that the Denver Nuggets are doing so poorly that the Colorado Rockies might move in on their action?
Stranger things have happened, Jeff, with the wild card system and going to second procedurals. We've got a second tertiary format here, a 7-10 split, veritably speaking. And the all-conference, when you go to all-stars and then you come down to the single individuals, then what we're talking about is a potential Nuggets coup over the Rockies in the spring semester, or it's not a 40-point spread.
When do you?
They agree. They seem to agree.
I mean, there's some, you know, the sports news cycle. We've heard so much about it, but you know more than anybody. When do you think that this NHL lockout is going to end?
God, Jeff, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Yardage.
Sports Corner, you man. it's nice to we leave right after the show. We hop on. We have a couple drinks. We get on the bus and we go to Portland.
Well, you know, Utah. I mean, there's no better way to get to know a community that you're in, Jeff, than familiarizing yourself with its active sports community.
Yeah. Well, you love sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that time again. Sports Corner. Hey everybody, it's a lot like Fart Corner. It's a lot like Fart Corner, but less people get farted on. He's gonna fart on your favorite sports teams. Dan Harmon, Sports Corner.
Sports Corner, Utah.
All right, Dan. You've been pretty vocal in the past about the Jazz.
Yeah.
What's your problem with this team? Why do you come down so hard on them?
Jeff, defense. This is a game about defense. The Jazz needs to understand that if you're not protecting the ball, you're actively attacking it for the other team.
Yeah.
And that is a simple thing. Our moms told us that when we would play the Jazz's game.
Dan, do you think? I mean, he's a little older. He's still putting the numbers up. Do you think it was wise to re-sign Karl Malone?
I think Karl Malone is a legend, but he's a functional legend. Like, there's legends and then there's fossils. So you look at Kubrick, you look at Hitchens on the Nuggets, you look at I don't know, Tiger Woods out there in the 7th inning of the last Clippers game. Like Malone is different from Woods, different from Kubrick,
right.
different from Hitchens, in that he's a functional legend. He still has value. Most importantly, leadership. The other Jazz, the other Jazzes are gonna look at Malone, and they're gonna remember what it's like to be proud of the Jazzes.
Listen,
It's a game about spirit and mind. Like, I don't know what people think moves that ball from left to right out there, but it's not just yardage. It's handicaps. It's icing the knee. It's taking things quarter by quarter, and it's leadership. It's belief in that your team can do it. And Malone brings that to the Jazz.
all right.
Frankly, that's what the Jazz has been missing. I'm not going to win any popularity contest saying this, but Malone belongs on that team, and Hitler was right.
Sports Corner, brought to you by the Disco.
Sports Corner!
Yeah.
Sports Corner, secret racist agenda in Sports Corner. Don't know if you got it. Sports Corner, stuck in a pro-Nazi message at the end. Sports Corner!
Sports Corner. Oh my God! Everybody keep clapping until I find the music for it. Oh my God! I don't know where it's at. Oh my God! Sports Corner.
Hello, Portland, Oregon. It's Sports Corner time with Dan Harmon. He loves sports. I know you do too, because you're Harmontown fans. If anything says sports, it says Harmontown. Nike, brought to you by Nike. Nike, we're racist. Go fuck yourself. Hey Dan, how about those Blazers this year? What do you think?
Oh my God. Finally! Yeah. Well, you can hear it in the crowd. Like, the Blazers have really turned it around.
What do you think they came from, and where are they headed? What direction are the Blazers headed?
I like to think they come from Portland, but I make no assumptions. I mean, you know, the free agent system being what it is, the new drafts, the second drafts, the third drafts. You know, you don't go into regionals with the team you want. You get the team that you get. I think Coach Norfolk is he knows how to pick the winners at the beginning of the draftable season.
Do you think it was a mistake to bring Steve Nash in after the injury?
Steve Nash's injury was, to me, largely cosmetic.
Yeah.
It's okay, everybody. We're just...
Maybe it's not okay.
It's no big deal. We're just summoning a giant monster. She protects us. It's gonna seem like a monster, but when Godzilla gets here, you'll be thankful.
Dan, I know this is a hot button topic for you, especially because you love soccer so much. Timbers versus the Sounders. The Cascadia Cup is coming up in a couple days.
I've always said, Timbers, Sounders, Jeff, I say merge them together, put them into like a timber sounder, but until the league allows us to do that, I mean, the Timbers are an offensive team, and the Sounders are defensive. That's always been the way it is since the 40s, going through Jacobson and all the way to Landgraf and Greenblatt and all those coaches like
The only Jewish soccer coach in MLS history.
He had his famous "This is a team" speech.
I know you're a big Greenblatt fan. Can you give us some of the Jewish coach speech?
I mean, who can forget him saying, like
this is a way to kick a ball.
Right, this is a way to kick a ball, and you don't throw, you don't write. Just a smidge of offense is always the best defense. But what do I know?
All right, Dan. Next season, coin toss. Who do you like, Ducks or Beavers?
I'm telling you, Beavers for sure. For only one reason. You've got a front line that's amazing. They're always there ahead of the back line. They know how to charge forward and gain that valuable footage and yardage and just stack it against. They keep the knees iced. They keep the defense on the point, and they flank correctly. I can't tell you how many of that sport's particular team.
Which of the two schools do you like?
The schools of thought regarding the sport that we're talking
Well,
about?
I mean, like, which university do you like the most between Ducks and Beavers?
I think that you're saying which?
I'm just asking you to name one of the schools.
University of Portland, I think. UP. They've got it tied up in a ribbon.
Okay. Sports Corner with Dan Harmon.
Dan, I know that you're not, you don't like sports, you don't know much about them, but I do know that it's time for Sports Corner with Dan Harmon. Wait, I got the wrong one. There it is.
Not my opinion.
All right.
A smooth sports corner.
All right.
Smooth sports corner.
So,
It's a sports bevel.
there you go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Smooth Sports Corner. With your pinstriped host, Dan Harmon.
Who says a corner has to be hard? Who says it has to poke out like a glass shard? A sports corner can be soft, poke into you softly. A sports corner gonna fuck you. But soft.
So Dan, Super Bowl Sunday's coming up. Who do you like? Who do you like?
Big day, big Sunday.
Yeah. Which of the two teams playing in the Super Bowl do you favor?
I mean, look, we got two Titans coming up to.
But not the Titans, not the team.
No. I just mean two veritable giants.
But the Giants are not in the Super Bowl.
No, Jeff, you're getting hung up on pedantic details. I'm a bigger sports fan than you.
Okay.
I'm talking mythically. I'm saying these two large forces athletically.
Yeah, who do you like, though, Dan?
Well, I like them both, Jeff. It's called the Super Bowl, not the Mundane Bowl. I enjoy both of them. I think they both enjoy to be honored and compete with each other.
Right.
We are at a rare 50-yard line on a battlefield, Jeff. It's not just a football field. It's a battlefield between two armies.
Which teams do you think are in the Super Bowl?
I think, Jeff, that when you look at the conferences and the way that they've proceeded,
Right.
from wide to narrow,
Right.
with each all-star going to a new conference star to a bracket, and then finally to the finalists.
Certainly.
You're looking at two huge talents.
But if I go to Vegas, Dan, and want to lay a bet
Yeah.
between two teams in the Super Bowl, which two teams would I be betting on?
I would put my money.
And I'm going to tell you right now, we're in San Francisco.
Right, but you said the Giants weren't in the Super Bowl. That's what you said.
The Giants play baseball.
Okay.
The Giants, that's the World Series.
I was so proud of myself.
Yes. The Giants are a great baseball team who I believe have won the last World Series out of the...
Jeff, let's face it, the 49ers aren't in it either.
Yes, they are.
I mean, they're not in it spiritually. Are you saying they are in it? Are you saying I successfully guessed half of the Super Bowl?
Yes.
The 49ers, Jeff, are in the Super Bowl. I think that much is obvious.
Oh, certainly. And what do you think about their opponents?
Oh, God. Could you ask for a greater battle, Jeff? I mean, years, the old, like.
Well, it's one of the oldest rivalries in sports.
The historic rivalry between these teams.
It's San Francisco and the...
And just the fact that the 49ers, just even in their name, here are the San Francisco 49ers,
from
a
Maryland.
football team in the Super Bowl, pickaxing away at victory.
Yeah.
Like working so hard, and it's so ironic that the team they'd go up against would also. Don't you get the metaphor?
What would you call the team, though? You know,
Like when you're a 49er and you're like digging away. Isn't it crazy to think that this animal,
as a bird,
this eagle would...
No.
This eagle-like creature?
It's a darker...
This hawk?
It's a blacker bird.
This mariner?
It's more of a black bird.
This pterodactyl?
It's like a crow.
This
closer to a crow.
raven?
It's a black raven?
This Seattle raven? This Denver raven?
It's the capital of Maryland.
This Baltimore raven?
There you go.
Traditionally, like in mythology, the 49er, even in the stories of our youth, is always waving off ravens with his pickaxe. Get out of here, you old coot! I'm trying to dig the opposite of blackness with my pickaxe, and you're a black bird, and you're coming down and trying to get me gold. It's amazing that these fucking Titans, Giants.
So Dan, where do you put the point line, the money line?
Okay, here's the deal. When you put a 49er against a Raven, just as an individual, take one random 49er. Take Johnson.
Right.
Take the best Raven you can. I don't care. Take Pickens. Take Pickens out of the front line, put him up against Johnson. To call them the average 49er and the average Raven, what are we looking at? We're looking at offensive yardage and defensive knee icing. So where do they excel? Well, the 49ers...
As a gambler, where do I put my money? What's the spread?
Always on the Niners, Jeff, and I call them the Niners for short. I don't even bother to say the 49ers because there's no 69ers, there's no 39ers. I call them the Niners. I'm a sports fan. I'm an inveterated sports bettor.
Now, do you feel that the Niners quarterback is up to snuff, or do you think they should bring in the young rookie off the bench?
It's counterintuitive, Jeff. It won't win me any popularity contest, but I say lose the quarterback entirely. Don't use him. Like, what are we doing out there? We're throwing a ball and we're catching it and we're getting tackled every time.
Right.
What precedes every tackle on the Ravens side of things? It's a pass. It's a hike. It's a touchdown. It's a scrimmage. Back it up to the root of the
Sports
problem.
Corner with Dan Harlan.
Get rid of the quarterback, and you've got a safe game.
Sports Corner.
Play it scrimmage for scrimmage, down
Brought to
for
you
down.
by Tito's Vodka. Tito's, the vodka of vodka.
Lace it up. Sports Corner!
In Gibson Theater, get your sports on with your host, Dan Harmon. He watched the Super Bowl and knows almost everything about it. Sports Corner. So Dan,
What a bowl.
yeah, what'd you think?
No ordinary bowl, Jeff. Never is this time of year.
Now, how do you feel about the city that hosted the Super Bowl? How did they do as a city?
Well, it's great when the team can be on their home turf. You know, they always gain more confidence from that.
Yeah. So you thought the Saints had the home field advantage there?
Great to see them having the home field advantage
Right,
out there.
yeah. Now you heard about the big gaff, with the electricity, right?
Yeah. Well, these things are going to happen, Jeff. There's a lot of electricity pouring into these stadiums when people play, and so someone's going to always, hit the wrong switch or something.
Right. So who did you have your money on going into that game?
I was a Birds. What was the Ravens?
Ravens. You got one right.
Well, I learned this in San Francisco.
Oh shit.
I was thinking Ravens maybe,
Yeah,
but then I thought maybe 49ers, and then Jeff, it's all about yardage. So I just thought I would wait to see which team got more yardage and then base it on that. Did you know, Jeff, that they were playing on artificial turf?
I did know that because it was an indoor dome.
Yeah, so the yardage is wider.
Yeah.
You gain more yardage.
Sunlight shortens yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great bowl, great game, amazing the outcome. Who could have predicted it? Not me, certainly nobody. We don't need to repeat it. You don't need to quiz me on it. That's not what Sports Corner is about.
Now it's time for an all tennis Australian Open talk.
Good day.
Wow, some Australian Open, huh, Harmon?
Wow, Wimbledon's got nothing on the Australians, Jeff.
Why is that?
Well, they've got courts that are they're larger. They've got the nets are higher. People are out there. They want to win. They swing the rackets.
Actually, the umpire comes out at the beginning, puts a larger net out, and he holds the original size net and goes, "That's not a net."
Yeah.
Then they bring out the Australian net and he goes, "Now that's a net."
Yeah. He lets you know. Sports Corner sucks. Let's kill it. I knew too much about the Super Bowl because I actually went to the bar and
that's why I went to Australian Open. You don't know shit about tennis.
I know, but then I said the courts are longer. I don't know what sports court. I don't know what the joke is anymore. I don't get it. I don't get my own joke anymore.
You got too many cameras on your head.
I don't like sports. I don't know anything about sports. I got a bunch of cameras on my head. Let's just let's freeform.
If you could be good at any sport, honestly, if you could be good at one physical activity or sport, what would be the one thing you'd be awesome at?
Does it come at the expense of anything else?
No, you poof and you have it.
Okay, it's just an extra thing I get to
Yeah,
do.
you can hit a baseball farther than anybody, or you're the world's best golfer, or you can scuba dive deeper, or I don't know.
No, I almost want to say that I billiards, but then I'd just be one of those billiard dicks. Because that's where it would come in handy, because you're like, oh.
Some people call me billiards dick.
Because I got a pocket for a ball. Some
People call me billiards dick, because I live inside a billiards hall. Yeah. Oh, I got chops.
I love sports. I love the Steelers. I love sports because it's physical, and I'm very, very physical as a person. You can tell from the sound of my voice
Did you play a sport in school ever?
All of them. I couldn't take my hands off of them. It's like people are like, Dan, you can only play one. Please, sir, please let me play more sports. This is my kind of people. I just want to judge myself by how far a fucking ball I can hit with a stick or a club or my own hand. Yes, I want to wrestle around in the dirt, and I want to feel bad if someone physically pins me down. In addition to the actual pain of being physically pinned down, I want to actually feel emotional pain. I want to feel like I let my father down by not being able to lift a brick.
What sport is that?
Pig skin. It doesn't matter. I was on a little league, or what do you call it? They called it the Mighty Mites. It was a YMCA basketball league.
A pee-wee baseball.
Yeah, it was called the Mighty Mites, and I was on this basketball team. I had no idea how to play basketball. I would just walk around the court. It's just like no one ever threw me the ball. It was almost like a Globetrotters routine, like the way that they would beat the other team with only 4 players on the court, and I would just walk around like a rodeo clown. And every once in a while, I'd accidentally catch the ball, and then I would go, here we go, and I'd do something with it, tweet! immediately, and I would just cry, and like on the way home, like, Dad, why did you make me do this? He's like, well, don't do it then. I didn't ask you to do it. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't. Mighty Might basketball.
You play baseball?
I mean, I had to in gym. I remember one time I hit the ball, I actually hit it and it went out into the thing, and I rounded first, and I rounded second, and I was like, holy shit, how far did I hit this ball? I rounded third, I came all the way back to home plate, I got a home run. But the Tim Kunkel, the catcher, was in tears. I had thrown the bat with my, because I was so excited that I hit the ball, I had whipped the bat over my shoulder into his face or sternum or something. He was in tears. They banned me from baseball. Everyone was booing me. I just did this victory lap after clubbing a kid.
So the guy caught the ball, but he didn't throw it because he was just like holy fuck, like someone.
Yeah, no, the game ended. I ended baseball that day. It was over. It doesn't. There's no more baseball. Yeah, there's been a beating on the playground.
Was he wearing gear? Did he have a helmet on, a chest pad or anything like that?
No, he's a little grade schooler. He's just sitting there behind the plate. He wasn't bugging nobody.
So you just maimed a fucker and ran around like a champ.
Yeah, and he was crying, and then he started hitting me with his glove, and no one stopped him. Because that was his right. It's like you go to prison and you're a pedophile, the guards just let you get raped and murdered. It's like I had hit the kid with the bat, and he was a baseball player, and I wasn't, so they just beat me. I don't like sports. I enjoy watching them. I like watching baseball. As I kept explaining to these people, I enjoy watching you do this. I'm fascinated. I think it's interesting. There's no internet yet. I will watch you do this. Can I just watch? Isn't there? In the world of sports, isn't the role of spectator like the most important?
Yeah.
Like if a tree falls in the forest and no one gives a shit.
What's it called? PNC Park. What's it called? Yeah, like that. Most of it is seats.
Yeah, most of it is seats.
Very little of it is green.
It's mostly people watching. Like train us to get good at it. Isn't that the whole point? To have the government indoctrinate you into patriotism using little secret flags instead of your own countries? Practice loving something other than your individuality and the people that you know are human. Tweet! He did something good with his body, and it's good because the flag won. Oh, it's a flag. Love the flag. Flag, 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 flag. Eat a hot dog. You're a fucking zombie. Your children are zombies. You've been Borged without even knowing it. Just by enjoying the beautiful ballet of talented people jumping around, you have been inadvertently hypnotized by the Pentagon.